Hi, I'm Nick, and this is a short video about the Ford Key Fob and how to change the battery on it. Now, the first thing to say is you'll know that the battery needs changing when the car will tell you that the battery's running low. When you start the engine, you'll get a little warning light or a message on the dashboard to say that hey, it's time to think about changing the battery. Now, to start with, if you squeeze these bits here, this little cover bit pops off, and I just want to say that inside here you really ought to have this metal like key part. If it's not in here, you definitely want to go and find it and put it in there. If it's not in there, it probably will be in a little plastic bag along with all the paperwork you got with the car, probably in a glove box or something like that. And there's three reasons why you might need this. The first is if you've left it too long and the battery in here has gone completely flat, then you'll need it to get into the car. Or secondly, if the car battery itself has gone flat, then you're going to need it. And finally, the third time you might have to use this is if you say you go on holiday for a couple of weeks and your car just sits in the airport car park doing nothing. Eventually it will go into a sort of deep sleep mode, and once it's done that, it will stop listening out for the clicks from the key fob here in order to save its own battery life. And so when you get back from holiday or whatever, you come to open the car and nothing happens. And so the solution then is to pop this open. You get this out, stick it in the lock in the door. If you need to use a bit of leverage because it's gone a bit stiff because you obviously don't use it on a daily basis, you can put this little slot in here and you get your leverage and you turn it to unlock that door, and that will cause the car to wake up. You then want to use this to unlock the rest of the doors and switch the alarm off, and that's how you get your car to wake up. So you obviously don't want that sat inside your glove box in a little plastic bag. You may have to cut a little kind of plastic tag off the end here, but you definitely want to do that and then make sure that's in there. However, having said all of that, that's not the way to get into the key fob itself to change the battery, but you are still going to use these. There are little kind of slots here which look like maybe you want to put a coin in or something to pop that open, but that's not going to work. The way to get this apart is to use either like a small flathead screwdriver, or even just your regular knife out of your kitchen drawer is fine. And what you want to do is just squeeze this in a little bit here, pop the knife in or the screwdriver, whatever, underneath there, and then just lever it. And the key fob should just pop open like that. Once you've got it sort of part open, there's a couple of lugs either side that are holding it closed, so you just work around with the knife or the screwdriver to pop it open. And once it's done, there we go. The battery itself, you're just going to want to flick out again with the screwdriver or the knife or whatever. This pops out. The battery you need is a CR2032. That means that it's 20 millimeters in diameter and it's 3.2 millimeters deep. And that's going to want to go in with the flat side, which is the positive side, facing down, and that's the way it's written there. So the side with the kind of ring around it, that needs to be facing up. That's it, done. New battery in, and then you just pop this key back together, making sure that this bit is lined up here. These little lugs just latch back in. Give it a squeeze. Done. Done. And that's it. That's your fresh battery for your key fob.